Welcome to the Baguio Chronicle podcast in our special Kawayan Chronicle series. Today, we journey to Pinder Farm, once a barren slope, now a vibrant bamboo paradise. From those first shoots came a house built from their own harvest, a thriving plantation that supplies resorts and greenhouses. Will this humble grass spark a new economy in the highlands? Stay with us and find out.
Welcome to the Baguio Chronicle podcast.
Thank you.
This is our special series on bamboo. Ruben, can you start by telling us how you got started with bamboo?
Mrs. Tangan came to visit us back in 2005,
Okay.
and she was the one who actually recommended, why don't we plant bamboo in our place? At that time, it really did not cross my mind. But fast forward to the year 2008, that's when I decided, sige, why don't we do what she suggested? Because I started to look it up, and I went to visit her at the DNR, and I was quite impressed at the size of these giant timber bamboos.
Oo.
And I was thinking it would be a great future construction material. And at that time, nobody was interested, or there was nothing on Facebook or anything. So there was very little on bamboo. There was nobody doing anything with it even. There was no interest in it. That's when I approached her at the DNR.
Okay.
And we made a deal to have bamboos brought here for planting.
What makes the Pinder Farm an ideal site for bamboo plantation?
Nung pumunta ako dito, this area was barren then.
Oh, okay.
So,
Open space. na
It's
siya.
an open space, and then the area is sayang. And then, because of our researches on bamboo, na maganda ang sloping area to be planted with bamboo. But siguro, why giant bamboo? Katulad ng sinabi niya na foresight niya na it's a good construction material. And aside from that, giant bamboo is not yet very popular then.
Almost unknown.
Actually, this is the first giant bamboo plantation and the widest now here in Benguet at present. This is a very beautiful place ngayon na, mas maganda na because of the greenery na nandito. Why not other species? Siguro sasabihin ko, giant bamboo is in Mindanao but we do not have it here, so why not giant bamboo? So far in the Philippines, giant bamboo is acclimatized na, very conducive to this place.
Yes.
And there are farmers here who can also make use of it. So that was the first thinking that we have, and he was so very receptive. So I always say, come and visit Penderilla now. It's so different.
So how old are these plantations now?
So the first planting was 2008.
Okay.
So I had 6 boys, and we cleared several areas. And
Of Runo.
of
Not
the
trees,
Runo, Runo and Sakati is the primary.
Okay. Mga kwan talaga.
So during the summer, they had to clear that down. And then we planted in the rainy season of 2008. And then we did it again in 2009 for other areas. The bamboo is planted in an estuarial area. There are rivers and creeks all around. And I was able to build my house in 2012. Starting 2012,
Yeah.
the first harvest.
Oh, so it's from the plantation now?
Yes,
Oh,
but
okay.
of course the bamboo is still only this size.
Okay.
It's not so giant, not like this. The bamboo at 4 years old is only smaller diameter yet.
Of course.
And we prepared that for the building of my house.
What other species did you recommend to be planted here?
Ruben has now iron bamboo, right?
Yes.
And then also, Ruben got some ornamental bamboos and other species that I was able to get from other countries. He was the first one who got ornamental bamboos. So they are already around, but he is not propagating ornamental bamboos because he is more of the giant construction as needed by his father, Peter.
2008, my son Ruben planted all this bamboo, and then the bamboo grew. First project we made was his house, and then we got all this bamboo. I first fixed our kitchen. When we renovated our kitchen, I used bamboo for that. Suddenly the trophy business went dead because of the pandemic.
Oh,
There was no events.
yeah.
So
That's for
And I had-
a few years, yeah?
yeah, I had some people that were working for me. So I made a model, a scale model of this house. and said, okay, let's cut some bamboo, treat it, and start making this house. Here it is.
Tell me, did you have a background in carpentry?
I'm at boarding school, and when I get home, we're living in a new house. And I got no more friends around the neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of the time I used to just make models in my room. And then for my 9th birthday, my parents gave me a tool set. That was planes, saws and all that. And because the room they gave me had a bed and no furniture. So, okay, they gave me some wood and a tool set, so I made my own.
Your own
So it's
desk.
like, yeah, it was my, okay, if you want something, you got to make it. Okay, fine. So that's what started that. But at school, I always had, I was always in the carpentry shop or the printing press or the art.
So basically
part.
self-taught, huh?
Yeah.
So for this building, what was your inspiration in the design?
Since I built the other house, in the summer it gets very hot in there. So I wanted to build a cool escape. Plus, my daughter who lives in Bali with my granddaughter, if she ever wants to come home, she has a house to come to. And also just a house for entertaining friends. In the evening, said I have a couple of beers and think, okay, what are we going to do next here? And then I thought, what am I going to do with the ceiling here? Such a big space. How about a swing? And my wife said, oh, you can't have a swing in the middle of a room. I said, yes, I can. Then one thing led to the other, and then I did this painting there. I took a photograph of it and put it into the negative. And okay, that was, the negative came out to the colors of the table. And then when I did the walls here, the turquoise, okay,
cool
you
to
take
the
a picture
eyes,
of the turquoise, what's the opposite color? And it's orange. So I made the floor orange. Then I needed another color for the cabinets. So I mixed orange with the turquoise and got the color for the thing.
Because he is a designer, he makes furniture, he designed furniture, which can last 30 years, as he said.
The structural integrity of the bamboo is 30 years.
Yes.
But it can go on.
Yeah, depending on care and maintenance.
It's also fire retardant. Due to the treatment, there's borax in it. It happened because when we were building our house, the boys, there's so many mosquitoes around. So the boys started using the ragas and started putting it to burn.
Yes.
Right? And it just makes a lot of smoke. And it takes so long. It will burn, but it takes so long. And there's a lot of smoke. So in the event you have a bahay kubo and it catches fire, it will take a long time to burn. It will just usok ng usok. So you will have a lot of time to stop the fire.
From your how many years of experience in already plantation establishment and already harvesting, right?
Yes.
And I've seen your structure that came from that plantation. Which one has brought in revenue?
On my farm, we built a poultry.
Okay.
And the poultry is built using bamboo. So all the posts outside are coated in asphalt to protect it from the rains and that. So the whole structure is all bamboo, except for the kulungan. So it's a small poultry lang. It's only 412 chicken capacity. Yeah.
For agriculture, do you get demands for?
Okay, so on the way to my farm, there are my neighbors. They do cut flowers.
Oh, okay.
And also roses. So primarily the cut flowers, I understand, is for export, and then the roses are for the local market in Manila. A lot of their greenhouses also use bamboo. And so every now and then they get bamboo from our place down there. And then there are also others who want to develop their resorts. So they need the treated construction material.
Yes. For their bahay kubos,
Yes.
ano?
Yes.
For the resort.
Okay.
There are also some potential clients who have just come from out of town, who have in turn clients that are interested in building sort of more upscale bahay kubo, like dome structures in their gardens, or having bamboo interiors. So there are those clients who have been in touch with me over the treated bamboo.
If I may, Ruben,
Yes,
Bahay Collective came here, the one I connected.
that's right. Yes.
Sila Melay, and they are planning to get giant bamboo poles from them and to be further supplied sa base bahay in Manila. Actually, she called me lately asking if it's okay now to harvest kasi it's rainy season. So I said, if you have treated the factory, why not? You can always treat it. The difficulty only is kung rainy season, mas mahirap ang mag-harvest kaya it's more expensive because yung labor in collecting bamboos as compared to summer. So yun lang.
There's ease in when the weather is fine. I mean, when the weather...
And also, maybe Ruben can add some, like yung moisture content, things like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
If it's affected or not.
So timing is also key in the harvest
Plus,
step.
plus if you harvest during the rainy season, if I may add, it's the shooting period of bamboos, and the bamboo shoots may topple down. Although you
so
can
it will
use
disturb,
syempre bamboo shoots.
It will disturb
sayang yung mga new bamboo
the groove.
shoots.
You call it a groove?
Groove.
Groove, okay.
Yeah, so you have the bamboo shoots that are coming through. So when you're cutting bamboo in the rainy season, not only is the glucose or sugar content high, which doesn't matter. If you're going to treat the bamboo, it doesn't really matter. However, if you're not going to treat it, it will be bok-bok within 6 months.
Kaya pala.
And the
Yung
AIDS,
iba na binubukbok kasi nga,
High sugar levels there.
wrong yung timing ng harvest.
Yes.
And also, Ruben, di ba, we said yung maturity of the calm is very important. Also,
So what age is the bamboo ideal for?
The way
For
we
harvesting.
look at that, if you look at the bamboo poles there, you can see there's, when you have a bamboo shoot going up, and then there's a white powder as yung balat, yung bark will fall off as it's growing up. And there's a white powder there. And so on some of them, you can still see some of the white powder on the bamboo poles.
yes.
Now that white powder starts to become like lichen on the poles, right? It
Yes.
starts forming lichen, and it's white in coloration. As
Yes.
time goes by, the color becomes more yellowish.
Okay.
And as time goes by, it becomes more orange. That is good enough to cut. You're looking at maybe 2 rainy seasons, already 2 years,
Okay.
even 3 years. But once it becomes sort of the orange or reddish, that's old already.
So the ideal age is like
4 to 5. But for some, like if you will bend the bamboos for tunneling,
Yes.
they want the younger ones because they can bend it easier as compared sa matured na 4,
okay. Depending on the use then.
On the use.
So, yung mga matatanda or very mature na, eto na pang poste.
This one actually, it was in the middle also, not very mature. Meaning old does not mean it's going to have a bigger diameter. There are even old ones na like
Na maliit pa
only.
lang.
Ito yung ina. This is the mother plant. The
Yes.
children are the bigger one. The age does not determine the size of the bamboo. Also, if it's too old, it's harder and more brittle.
So not good for construction also.
No.
May mga gamit pa ba yun?
Non-structural, let's say interiors, or smaller scale projects like furniture.
or charcoal bricking.
That's another
Charcoal
one.
bricking.
Yeah.
My God, if there's a paper mill, bamboo paper.
Do we have that in the Philippines, yung bamboo
Well,
paper?
I think in Mindanao, Rizom is starting to have that one.
Oo.
Because they were the first one who planted the giant bamboo. Actually, most of our propagules came from there. Grown here in few groves, and then lumami na siya. And then, so the bamboo branch cuttings are collected for planting.
Oh,
The other buyers kasi they just buy few, meaning less than 100. But Ruben there, 1,000 na yata kaagad binili ni Ruben noon.
Oh, I'm not sure about
Yeah,
that.
it was delivered in elf. So one elf can contain 500 potted propagules using.
Yes, that's right, yes. The number of propagules here, I think overall, let's say roughly about 2,000 plus.
Yes.
Each baby is about 7 feet to 9 feet. That's what Mrs. Tangan supplied me back
Oo.
then.
Oh, already.
Yeah.
Oo.
It was not an elf, my God, it was a truck with a crane on the back.
The first one was the truck, and then you ordered again another, and then we
Batch,
hired an elf.
That's
A
right.
smaller truck.
That,
it's
with
been how
the
many years already? It's
ornamental
2025 now.
bamboos already.
Yeah,
Yes,
oo.
with some ornament collection for his collection.
Yes.
So,
So-
as an advocate, Manang, what does this plantation make you feel?
Before, we were just thinking of his idea of a construction. But now, it's now more of food and ecotourism. Because everybody who came here, especially when I'm with them, they just want to buy a land near here because of the bamboos, of its greenery. The last one from Coron Palawan, as I was telling you, they want to buy a piece of land here because of the ambience. So it's now in bamboo architecture now. Not the usual. It's like this bamboo architecture, and I'm glad that we are now starting to have it here in the Cordillera, because usually people who are into bamboo architecture, those who went to a bamboo school in Ubud Valley, and then they are now trying to introduce that one. We have few already in Bawang. We have constructed by Base Bahay and other architecture
Firms. Oo.
which
May
is
mga
now the
ano
world
na eh.
trend ngayon, bamboo
Yeah,
architecture.
It's a
ang
growing
word.
trend talaga.
So,
And
they are
you have an
constructing.
edge because you have your source already. I mean,
Yes, he went ahead.
Actually, one of my clients, he has an architect and engineer developing his projects around, and he sent his architect to study in Bali how they do things there with regards to the bamboo. So when she came back, then that's the time she made models of what she wanted to do, and that's when we went shopping around the forest. Kasi you have to choose the right size of
oh
pole,
yeah, oo.
and then it's
For what?
pre-cut,
Uh-huh.
and then put into the treatment.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise, we're going to have boys pulling all this bamboo and then sorting
then
it
sort it.
later.
Yeah.
No,
Oo,
we
mali.
sort it on site and then we pen to pen it.
Yes, yes.
This
So
is good
these
for-
are the ones ready for harvest.
Yes.
Oo.
Pole
Parang selective,
selection.
ano?
Pole selection.
Ay, pole
Yes,
selection.
pole
yeah.
selection. So
Pole
you go in the
selection.
forest. Okay, you have a list. Okay, we need, for example, 6 posts. Okay, this is good for post. We cut
Mark it
mark
already.
it, and then pre-cut it with a little extra. Yeah, so that we can
make
further
allowances,
cut
yeah.
it later. Yeah. Then it saves the weight that you're
Transportation cost will
Yeah,
be
yeah.
minimized.
Yeah.
And then you sustain the bamboo groove. You
Ah,
call
yes.
it bamboo groove. Parang kung ano. Pole selection. Kasi sa forestry, di ba? Ano, yung selective logging, kumbaga.
Yes.
That's
Oo,
right.
oo.
And
In industrial plantations. Yeah.
Yes.
Oo.
And in addition, because there are customers na agriculture needs, they can always visit the plantation, which means this one is matured, so okay na siya. So it's just like a management strategy for a bamboo plantation, because you have to manage. How to manage? You remove the mature, you remove the crooked, but for giant bamboo, walang crooked masyado.
Generally
Diretso.
straight.
Straight
Straight.
siya.
But you would also like to have some with curvatures.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you're an artist.
Well, if you want to get creative.
Uh-huh,
yeah.
yeah. Can you, di ba yung engineered bamboos, ganun yung concept? Parang they're put in a mold. Ganun ba yun, Manan? Is that how it is?
That is also
Is that applicable for giant bamboos?
for bamboos, yes, because when they are growing, you can put that
Steel. With
steel
the
or
bolts.
yung
Parang may mold
they
na sila.
Para you can determine kung anong curve ang gusto mo.
I saw a
Ganon.
guy in Colombia.
Yes.
He's using old tires
Yes.
to guide,
Bend.
to bend the bamboos.
Oh,
Yeah.
For iron bamboo,
Yeah.
Ah,
That is
okay.
the guadua.
Guado angustifolia,
Yes, the guadua.
which it's very common there because it's a very strong bamboo. But here, there are also some who are already, who have a plantation in La Trinidad. He bought
Giant? I mean,
no, iron bamboo.
iron
He
bamboo.
bought
Guadua.
200 plus propagules, but he planted it under the Benguet pine. So I already informed him that these bamboos, in addition, information, that these bamboos will not grow much
Under the
as
shade.
compared sa open because these are grasses.
Oo.
They need a lot of sunlight.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and then the Benguet pine needles is acidic, which also has something to do with the soil wherein these
So it,
bamboos will grow. So,
it affects the growth of the bamboo.
yes, although it can be underplanted, interplanted, it will not grow as big as when you have it in the open,
Open.
just like this one.
Talking about your iron bamboo that you introduced in your plantation, how is it performing?
I did not introduce Guadua angustifolia here.
Okay.
Yes.
It's just a small one or couple.
Yes, just
wow.
just a few.
Just a few.
Okay.
From
So
her
it's not
collection.
part of the plantation yet.
Yes, because when she goes abroad, she is able to have access to some of these. Like there's a black version of this giant bamboo, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she got that from Bali, Indonesia. So I got 3 from Mrs. Tan,
Oh.
just for sideline.
Parang
Collection.
parang
collection.
trial lang muna.
Yeah.
Oo,
Yes,
oo, oo.
and then the angustifolia also, just a few. And then also I have the flute bamboo, the variegated type bamboo, basta all collections.
Oh.
He can
Just on a small scale, just a few here and a few
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
representation.
And so far, you have increased the population of those new species?
Not by me, but by them.
Okay.
Once they get going, bahala na sila.
So you let them be, and then
Let
they
them
just
be.
increase their population.
That's right, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ruben, you said something about the black bamboo. With our experience, because we use it as a artifact or something, as a ceiling in the house, we just put varnish. We did that even before the pandemic. There's no book as round, the black bamboo, the one I gave you. So it's a very strong bamboo.
Without treatment,
Just varnish.
just varnish.
And
Okay.
also the Philostachys aurea, it's a very strong bamboo. Because we observe when we use it without any, but others, some. Yeah, black bamboo is a good one for construction. No wonder they are using that in Bali, most black bamboo. Not only because of its color, it's not actually that so black, but very dark brown.
Yes.
And they are even using that in 1984, that black bamboo in Bali, their hotels.
Okay.
So no wonder
As
they use that
interior
yes,
decors.
because it's very strong pala yun.
Well, at that time, we had no black bamboo here.
Yes.
And very little was known about it. The Philostachys nigra is the other black bamboo. It's not so big diameter, maybe
Yes.
like that. But the furniture made from it is premium pricing. Yeah.
Yes.
It's also kind of rare.
Rare. Yeah, because you, some people, if I may add, some people would ask me, how come this black bamboo is so expensive to us with tinik or kiling? Well, I'll explain it very simple. Just like Levi pants, it's much more
Levi's.
expensive as when you buy not because it's still few. It's quite difficult to
And the quality of material.
yes to propagate.
Oh.
And then collectors are so because the aesthetic value of it. So these are the things that make a
Yeah.
species
Determines the
kokonti pa
price.
sa Pilipinas, and you want to have the first one. It's just like signature. Sabi ko, kiling is scattered all over. Tinik is all
It's
over.
wild sa
Ngayon,
atin eh.
Yes.
Parang
so it's common, something like that. So these are the factors why some bamboos
so
are.
very promising talaga, no? Sa whatever line of
Yeah.
business you would go into bamboo, maraming kwan eh. Like, like selling propagules, selling for construction,
Yeah.
and for agriculture. So very promising ito, no? And you're only working with what? Mostly one kind of bamboo, one species, which is the giant bamboo.
Well, there are other factors also. For example, she brought from China the Huangwen Shou bamboo, which is the yellow groove bamboo.
Yeah.
Okay. That's ornamental po.
Yes.
It's ornamental. It
Vivax.
is only this size.
Oo.
but very strong. You can make a ladder with that.
Okay.
Okay, and then on the opposite side, you have the yellow bamboo, which is quite common around
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
as an ornamental
Oh,
bamboo.
like they use it for landscapes, yeah?
Yes,
Yes.
but for furniture, it's terrible. It's soft and it tends to
Nagka-crack
crack.
siya.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, oo. So this is a very encouraging discussion, no? So I'm sure a lot of bamboo enthusiasts are listening to us now. What would be your advice to them, Ruben?
If you have a use for bamboo, let's say you want to build your own house one day in bamboo, think about growing your own house. So you could start doing it in your backyard. You don't have to go so big naman,
Right.
right? Because only a few groves will be able to supply the material that you need. But advice, it really depends on the person. If they have any interest in it, if it's something they'd like to pursue, then go ahead and try it, even on a small scale.
But I like the line that says you can start growing your house.
Yes, grow your own house.
Before you plant bamboo, you already have a forward thinking what you want to do with it. Because if you will plant bamboo without even thinking na bahala na system, you are parang suntok sa buwan, sabi nila. Kasi once you planted the bamboo, hindi mo na pwedeng i-exhume yan. I mean, even if
very
you will
difficult.
burn that, cut it, burned it, it will
Mag-really
still grow
grow.
during the rainy season. And then also, if you will plant bamboo on a bigger scale, like 1 hectare, dapat mayroon po kayong, if I may say, training para hindi kayo ma-discourage if some of your propagules namatay sila. Ang importante is, what will you harvest if you will not plant?
Yes.
Yun. You should-
And as you pointed out, it's important also to have the end in mind. Like,
Yes.
before you start your bamboo project or whatever, bamboo backyard plantation, dapat alam na natin kung ano ba ang purpose nung itatanim mo.
Yeah. On the other side also, Ruben, Lucy, you are already contributing to climate change if you have this ambience because carbon sequestrator ang bamboo.
Better than trees.
Well, yeah, we cannot disregard also trees, but sa madalian, 5-6 years, you can already harvest, as said by Ruben, yung mga matured. They can arrest erosion, especially in Car na marami tayong sloping areas with the right species.
Another aspect is it's not necessarily just for a house, but you see our main house there. There are many areas that have been anay because it's from pine wood from the 1970s.
Yeah.
So that has been replaced with bamboo. So renovation or a new garage, you can always use your bamboo.
Do you still intend to expand it or venture into other species also, try other species?
Well, I still have some space. Actually, my farm has not been planted.
Okay.
One area of my farm has been planted all bamboo, and then another area all bamboo. But my farm specifically, I did not plant bamboo inside. The reason is I have fruit trees there,
Okay.
so it will affect that. But I can add bamboo as a live fence along the road, which I already started doing in 2017. So there is some.
Is that still giant bamboo? Or?
Giant primarily. But exotic species maybe later on if you have some more. I can add iron bamboo. I can add it there. I still have that space.
Yeah. So there you have it. Ang daming potential pala sa bamboo, no? This is just one case, which is the giant bamboo. At nakita natin na napakaraming gamit pala, no?
Yes.
It is very promising. I see the potential there, and hopefully our mga ka-Cordillera will also see and appreciate that, there are so many open spaces in the region that can be utilized or planted to bamboos. So, marami pa hong pag-uusapan. This is a very long series, I would think. But for now, maraming salamat, Ruben.
Walang anuman.
Maraming salamat.
Thank you,
Panangpat, salamat ulit.
Thank you for joining us on this journey through Benguet's Green Frontier. This is just one chapter of the Kawayan Chronicles. Stories where innovation and tradition grow side by side. Maraming salamat, and until next time, may we all plant the seeds of our own bamboo dreams.